Hey everybody, welcome back to Nika Brothers. I'm out here at IAA Auto Auction Yard in Greenville, South Carolina. Gonna check out the heavy duty edition, basically trucks, semi-trucks, see what else they have out here. Most of this stuff is gonna be future sale, so potential buys for everybody. Let's go ahead and check out the first one behind me. Look at this beauty right here, 2023 Ram 3500 dually. This thing's a future sale, so it's gonna be playing soon. And it's actually a clean title, run and drive with 46,000 miles on it. Obviously here because of front end damage, but I guess it wasn't enough to salvage it, but at the same time it was enough for it to go to the insurance auction. So that happens sometimes, even though it says clean title, it still has damage history, obviously. And man, look at that right there, definitely hit the frame, and that is the frame itself. It could be a little sleeve that just slides out, but not really. I think that's the frame. And sometimes it actually pushes it as well, but you kind of want more of a side hit like that versus pushing in, because then it buckles down there somewhere else. So that's actually not too bad. I would say might need to cut out that section, take all this apart, or just do a complete frame swap. And it looks like it pushed this side as well, so that might be able to pull out. At the same time, a little rough. Oh yeah, 6.7 turbo diesel. I mean, these things are still worth around $50,000. So the engine alone is worth a lot of money. There's so much going on with the diesels, so it's kind of a pain taking it all apart, the front end. Kind of funny, little pliers right there, you know, ready to go, quick access kind of thing. So it's not horrible, but all that had to come off, and just to get to that frame is gonna be a pain in the butt. Definitely got some frame damage, but I think it's still pretty crazy how it's a clean title. Overall body is not bad. There's that bumper, front grille, headlight, a couple little pieces, which is still nice because you could use the little sensors or whatever you could use. Even the little hardware is nice, so you could use those little clips because they're still just fine. Unfortunately, when you buy new parts, they don't really come with all the little clips sometimes, and just more of a pain in the butt. We've rebuilt plenty of trucks like this for sure. Nothing too crazy. Still got power steps. Pretty sweet. I don't see any airbags deployed either, so it might have been parked when it got hit, or just didn't hit the sensors. That's crazy. We still got a little bit of snow here in South Carolina, but man, overall the temperature is amazing. 40 degrees and sunny. This is so nice. Compared to Minnesota, this is summer. I'm actually warm. It said 46,000 miles on it. No airbags deployed. Drive it home. Really not that bad. Could be a great potential build. So they're still worth a lot of money. Big boy truck. Very nice. Dang guys, so much opportunity to make money, so much work out there in life. This just needs a little bit of love right here as well. Dang, another big boy 3500 front end damage, but this one kind of went more inside than sideways. So they both kind of pinched in together. You could tell by the frame rails right there, and that sometimes buckles in the back over there. So it's kind of hard with these bigger trucks when they take that hard hit in the front, because that really messes up with the frame, but also run and drive. This is a 2023 Ram. The title is still pending, so they don't really know. It's a future sale kind of thing. Don't know what that means, but wow, this is definitely nice. Laramie, got the big old screen, leather, all that fun stuff. 125,000 miles on this one, so a little bit more miles, but not bad. I guess for 2023 it's kind of a lot. 3 years, I mean, they've been driving it. Got the fifth wheel attachment over there. Smaller wheels for sure there. Maybe they swapped it out or something, but little baby wheels. Rear end looks okay. A little bit of damage on the tailgate on that side. But also, great build. Check out those headlights, all the computers on them. It's definitely a thing nowadays with all the newer vehicles, because they just have so much going on and programming them. I guess all LED lights that you need computers. I don't even think you can open this hood. Let's see. Oh yeah. There's a wheel, there's a way. Sheesh. I don't know if you could tell, but the whole radiator support is all buckled, so everything up front right here probably have to be replaced. All the coolers, all the shrouds, all the little fans. Doesn't look like we have any radiator fluid, which makes sense. Man, that adds up really quick. Looks like they probably hit a pole or something like that. Dang, hard hit with all that momentum, all that weight going forward to sheer stop. That's a big boy right there too, all jacked up, F350. Construction cleanup crew. It's got that flatbed, the hitch right there. Pretty cool. Definitely a lower market for people that kind of want, you know, these vehicles, but more for construction and stuff like that. Huge. This thing looks like a semi truck though. Dang. It's a big boy. All sorts of vehicles out here going for sale soon. Dang, so this 2003 Ford F350 has been in the auction for a little bit. Actually played 15 times, bought, sold, resold kind of thing. I think it went for like $2,000. Most currently, it went just right now for, I think, like 500 bucks. So something's going on with this one, or I don't know. But it's not his first time. It's been sitting here for a while. I don't know what to do with it. Like I said, it's a little smaller bracket of selling, so this one took a beating and it's been here, and it's probably just gonna play a couple more times. Right now pending for $425. Wouldn't that be great? Wow guys, check this thing out. Definitely an eye catcher with those huge wheels right there. Fuel 2020 GMC Sierra 5.3 V8 GMC. Looking good. This would be a fun rebuild for sure. I mean, being lifted up like that, probably hit a curb and just ripped off that wheel. Dang, huge leveling lift kit on there. You gotta just drop down everything when you put that on there, but it doesn't look too bad, honestly. The suspension's still there. You just kind of need a knee assembly right there. A little bit of bumper, fender, side swipe on the door. Huge. I wonder if the tire's still there. It is. Yeah, there's the rim. All bent out of shape for sure, but dang. It's got that little two-piece tailgate, which is pretty fancy. I mean, wow, you definitely have to drop it all down to get this thing going. Locked on this side. We'll see if the other side's locked. You got the lights for the glow everywhere. Huge. Already maxing out. Brake lines, ABS wires, all that fun stuff. Pretty cool. Sheesh. This side's open. It doesn't smell too bad in here. Got some extra pieces in the back. Man, fender liner and stuff like that. I wouldn't even throw that in there because it just feels like you're going to destroy it some more, but no airbags deployed. Knee assembly fender. Oh yeah, we could rebuild this, guys. This is definitely up our alley to get fixed. Ugh. Just so sad getting all dirty. Got heated seats in the back. This is a nice truck. Pretty cool. Potential build. I mean, with 95,000 miles on it, not bad. Definitely still worth getting this thing back on the road. I don't know if you're a fan of all the wheels and lift kits, or pros and cons. Does it add value? Leave some comments down below, guys. Would you do that to your truck? I don't know. Personally, yeah, maybe, maybe not. Let's check this one out. We got ourselves a 2025 Ford F-150. Also a future sale coming up soon. Auction still not assigned, but it's got all over damage. So you can tell a little bit right there in the front hood, and probably hit the bumper, as you can tell right there. But just damage all around, running drive, 2025, basically brand new. Dang, got the little side doors, which isn't the most ideal, but it looks like it's all been taken apart. In the pictures, this bed is completely off, but they just kind of put it on there and strapped it, you know, just to be there. But it's nice that you have all the parts. Looks like even some brand new parts in the box, which is nice. They probably started the repair and then decided, nope, it's not worth it. The title's still unknown. It could be clean, it could be salvage, 50-50 kind of thing right there. But either way, it still has a damage history for sure. Again, that bed is just hanging around right there like that. STX. I love the little baggies. That's so nice when they do that. Little yellow stitching on there. Pretty cool. It smells like a brand new truck. Very nice. No airbags deployed, nothing like that. Still gonna go for high dollar for sure. I mean, this thing only has 4,000 miles on it. Let's see, we pop that hood and see the extent of the damage on that side, but it really doesn't look too bad in the front, a little bit in the rear. Again, they started taking it all apart. Not crazy. We've definitely done worse. 4,000 miles, brand new smell in there. Let's see. So far, the upper radiator support looks pretty good. Even the little plastic pieces, it says new, or you need a new one. I mean, that's not bad. Those little fins definitely get pushed back just by touching them, so it's not like it's that hard to do. It doesn't mean that they're bad. We still have radiator fluid in there, so that's good. 2.7 V6 twin turbo. Some people prefer them, some people don't. I don't know, a lot of opinions on that, but it looks totally fine. Again, run and drive, not that bad. Not bad at all. Oh yeah, that'll buff out. Even latches nicely. The gaps aren't that bad. This is a good truck. Definitely a future build. Oh yeah, knock this out in no time. Really just depends how much it goes for. Dang. Look at that Toyota right there. Beautiful. 1794 edition. Very nice. But they go for so much. We picked one up for my buddy, and he's loving it. But wow, they are not cheap. And a lot of people just buy them overseas. So for some reason, I guess they don't have a lot of Toyota dealerships or something out there. And they'll be buying from insurance auctions and just sending them overseas. And then the title doesn't really matter too much, but it's a beautiful Tundra right there. A little bit of rear end damage. I'm sure it's going to go for a lot. I just don't see the value of flipping them. So you still get a good deal, but not enough to invest all that time and money to make money. 31,000 miles on it. Beautiful interior. Very nice, but more for a personal keep truck, or, you know, just kind of for yourself. But for some reason, didn't have much luck flipping these. We also got some semi trucks out here as well. Unfortunately, I'm not really well educated on semi trucks. You think I would be. My dad's a semi truck driver, my older brother's a semi truck driver, and we actually rebuilt one here and there, so we've worked on them a couple times, but I don't know, not my expertise, not my cup of tea. Parts are so big and so heavy and bulky that it just, you need a little crane to lift up the radiator, you know, stuff like that. So getting a little older, I don't want to pull my back just thinking about it. Sounds heavy. All right guys, let's check out this 2020 Ram ProMaster 1500 high roof. I was always kind of interested in these vehicles because I see them going for so cheap. So this played already one time for $3,200. They didn't let it go, and it's playing again today. So I was just like, man, let's see how much it goes for. Why do they let them go so cheap, or why do they even go that cheap? It's a 2020 with 100-some thousand miles on it. Obviously this one's got front end damage. 129,000 miles, still lighting up. A little basically shelving back here. Not bad. We'll check it out a little bit more, but no airbags deployed. Passenger seat's been taken out for, you know, more storage probably kind of thing. So more of a work vehicle, but compared to the Transits, these definitely go a lot cheaper. Maybe there's something I don't know about them, engine issues or something else, but surprisingly they go very affordable. So we got some parts over here, front end parts, and interesting layout. We got cabinets, there's a sink, it's a whole little camper in here. You got vents going on, pretty cool. So it's like a workstation for sure. Come out, get somewhere, and then just do what you got to do. Maybe like flowers or something. Maybe that's what they did. Mobile floral business. I don't know. Never bought one before, never really messed with them. We always did more of the Transits, but look at that little hood. Definitely took a hit right there. So let's see how much this thing's gonna go for today. And there we go, guys. Sold for $5,150 today. This thing is gone. I mean, I guess they're worth around $20,000, so I think that's pretty good. I don't know, maybe, like I said, I'm not sure what I'm missing there, but that might want to look into those kind of thing and see if there's some good deals and enough meat on the bone to flip it. So I think that's a pretty good deal. $5,000, whatever. Maybe the parts are expensive or something like that. I'm not sure, but leave some comments down below, guys. That's all we have time for this video, this heavy duty edition, checking out vehicles. A lot of good potential buys and a lot of opportunity to make money, but this is where you make it or break it kind of thing. You have to do the research. You have to kind of check it out. You have to be cautious. You can't just, you know, throw a bid out there and be like, well, if I win it, I win it. It means I win. It doesn't always mean that way. If you could overpay very easily, or you can get a steal deal. So both our options are available on the table. Got to be wise and make the right decision. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll catch you in the next adventure. Not bad.